Spring is in the air. It is a beautiful time of year. The sun is shining. I even went short sleeves today.
You did.
It's March. It's madness. We're going to break down our brackets, but the time of year, everything's going on. We got spring training, baseball, opening days around the corner, NFL free agency, NBA settling the playoffs.
You know, Nick, I hate to say it's the best time of the year, but it's probably the best time of the year. I may say that for a lot of different, times of the year, but this is it. We got the NCAA tournament. You didn't even bring up the Masters.
Well, you were wearing the shirt. I was leaving it for you.
Okay, well, here it is. I'm wearing my Masters shirt today because we're about a little less than a month away from the Masters. We'll put that on the back burner because we're going to talk about the NCAA tournament today. All right, we're going to go over some picks. All right, I think historically it seems like you've done a little bit better in the brackets than me. I hate to say that, but, it has happened, okay? But this is my time. I got some picks today that are going to make you some money, so let's do it.
All right, be bold. So we won't do the Obama thing and go through every single pick.
Oh, we're not going to go through 180
I
picks or
don't
160
think that
picks?
everyone thinks that highly of our basketball intellect.
Okay.
But let's break down who we got coming out of each region. So let's start over in the East. Who you got coming out of the East?
Okay, in the East, I have UConn coming out of the East, okay? I'll just go over kind of a quick upset. I got them playing Drake, the 10 seed in the Elite Eight, okay? So that's my pick in the East. Who you got?
I got UConn as well. I have them beating Illinois in the Elite Eight to advance. So we're both on UConn.
Yep.
All right, let's go out West. Any big upsets you got out West?
I got Alabama coming out of the West, all right? As a 4 seed, I think I've seen them play very hard this year. I think they're looking pretty good. No real big upsets, but Bama beating Arizona in the Elite Eight to get in the Final Four.
Yeah, that's a bold move. I actually went with Arizona coming out of the West.
Okay.
I like the Pac-12's kind of last hurrah here, right?
This is the year.
The Wildcats coming out representing. So, all right, let's move down south.
Okay. I got Marquette coming out of the South. Okay, I got the Duke Blue Devils getting a loss to Marquette in the Final Four. So I got Marquette. No big, I saw NC State play last night. They look pretty good against Houston. I think they're going to make a little run here, but I got Marquette coming out of that bracket.
That's a bold one for sure. I have NC State winning as well. I have James Madison with an upset over Wisconsin. Don't sleep on James Madison. That's a big team. They shoot a lot of threes. They score a lot of points. That's a 30-win team.
All right.
That's a 12 seed.
Yep,
They're going to make some noise. But I also have Marquette
winning
the South. They have a senior guard. He is legit. Watch him. He's going to make a deep, deep tournament run.
Marquette's got a lot of really good hard-nosed players who play in the pros. New York's trying to, get every player now. And just kind of a little bit of information. We do not look at each other's brackets before then. This is just happening live right here on this telecast. So
total random. All right, Midwest. What's it looking like?
I've got Kansas, okay? I've got Texas as a 7 seed losing to Kansas in the Midwest, and Kansas coming out of that bracket.
I like Purdue in the Midwest. Purdue has famously floundered as being a top seed, losing to a 16 as a 1 last year. But I think they rally, and I like Purdue coming back for revenge this year coming out of the Midwest. All right, Final Four. You have UConn versus Bama. Who's winning that game?
Okay, UConn versus Bama. I got a tight matchup here, but I think Connecticut pulls it off and wins this game to play in the national championship on April 8th against, should I do my final?
Let's hear it.
Against Marquette. All right? Ooh. I like the old school matchup here. I think in tournament time, you need a team that's going to be led by a great coach as well as know the system, play a game that's going to get them in the Final Four. So I got UConn versus Marquette in my championship game.
We almost had the same final game, which would have been super scary, but I actually have Arizona beating UConn in a close matchup.
Okay.
and I have Arizona versus Marquette. And I was convinced nobody was going to pick Marquette. So this is random.
Okay.
You have UConn, Marquette. Who you got?
I got UConn winning it all on April 8th, beating Marquette. I mean, I think it's going to be a great game, but I got UConn winning it all.
Yeah, so back-to-back. The Huskies, back-to-back.
Hey, listen, sometimes champions know how to win.
All right. I have the Marquette Golden Eagles.
Wow.
Beating Arizona to win it all. Sometimes you just got to make bold moves.
That's what we do. Bold moves.
Bold moves. It's March Madness for a reason.